Oh, players. Frumpy Dump's interview on 4 News tonight was delicious. Y'all go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat. I guess 4 News said it's time to get our lick back. So Frumpy Dump scurried his ass onto 4 News to do an interview with Bret Braier. And honey, I just know it didn't go like he expected. Child, when I tell you Bret Braier was not letting up, he was not letting up. Y'all go ahead and check out these snippets and we'll talk about it on the other side.
This is what you said in 2016 about handling this.
In my administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. No one will be above the law. We also need to fight this battle by collecting intelligence and then protecting our classified secrets. We can't have someone in the Oval Office who doesn't understand the meaning of the word confidential or classified. Please, could we have it back?
And they
please,
asked for that.
because they have no. We
They
were
did ask
talking.
for it.
No, and
they said,
I gave
"Can you
them
give the
some,
documents back?"
And we were talking.
And then they said they went to DOJ to subpoena you to get them
Which
back.
they've never done before.
Right.
And
But why not just hand them over then?
Because I had boxes. I want to go through the boxes and get all my personal things out. I don't want to hand that over to Nara yet. And I was very busy, as you've sort of seen.
Yeah, but
I've been
according to
very,
the
very
indictment,
busy.
you then tell this aide to move to other locations after telling your lawyers to say you'd fully complied with the subpoena when you hadn't.
But before I send boxes over, I have to take all of my things out. These boxes were interspersed with all sorts of things. Golf shirts, clothing, pants, shoes. There were many things.
In 2016, you said that. I'm going to surround myself with only the best and most serious people. Vice President Mike Pence is running against you.
Yeah.
Your ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, she's running against you. Your former Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, said he's not supporting you. You mentioned National Security Advisor John Bolton. He's not supporting you either. You mentioned Attorney General Bill Barr, says you shouldn't be president again, calls you the consummate narcissist and troubled man. You recently called Barr a gutless pig. Your second defense secretary is not supporting you, called you irresponsible. This week, you and your White House called your White House Chief of Staff, John Kelly, weak and ineffective and born with a very small brain. You called your acting White House Chief of Staff, Mick Mulvaney, a born loser. You called your first Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, dumb as a rock, and your first Defense Secretary, James Mattis, the world's most overrated general. You called your White House Press Secretary, Kayleigh Canadian, milquetoast, and multiple times you've referred to your Transportation Secretary, Elaine Chao, as Mitch McConnell's China-loving wife. So, why did you hire all of them in the first place?
Because I hired 10 to 1 that were fantastic.
One is that his answers on the matters of the law seem to me to verge on incoherent. He seemed to be saying that the documents were really his and that he didn't give them back when he was requested to do so and when they were subpoenaed because, he wasn't ready to because he hadn't sorted them and separated the classified information or whatever from his golf shirts or whatever he was saying. It was not altogether clear what he was saying, but he seemed to believe that the documents were his, that he had declassified them, evidence to the contrary, and therefore he could do whatever he wanted with them, which I don't think is going to hold up in court. Secondly, when you asked him what his pitch was to the kind of suburban female voter that he had lost in 2020, his answer was to talk about how he didn't lose the 2020 election.
Players, when they played what Frumpy Dump said in 2016 about classified documents, I just had to clutch my invisible damn pearls. I knew it was downhill from there, and I loved it. And baby, when Bret read their transcripts from the indictment, honey, Frumpy Dump, you might as well just go ahead and try to work out a plea deal, honey, because I just know that this is going to be played in the court of law. He basically confessed to what the prosecutors are alleging against him, talking about he had to get all his personal stuff out and he had some pants in there. What you was scared that they was going to see? That you had some skin marks in your pants? Them diapers didn't hold up. Oh, players, this was the best thing I done seen all day. I know that's going to get played in the court of law, honey. If Frumpy Dump doesn't work out a plea agreement, that is going to be played in the court of law. And I'm going to keep it a stack with you. I'm going to be as happy as a flea on a dog's ass if it does. Players, put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. This is Double D Mo for the Black Accurate News.